Hey guys, what's good? This is Andre and today I want to go over a couple of stock picks with you guys. Before I step in, as per usual guys, on my Patreon page I post a fuck ton of really good content, free one as well. So a lot of trade ideas, a lot of tips on what I do or things that I would recommend for free. Obviously you get a ton more if you do subscribe to one of the tiers, but even if you don't, you get a ton of ideas as well. So let's get into it. The first pick of the day is on MU. Micron, I think it's looking really well, guys. First off, I think we could argue about the fact that we have formed head and shoulders bottoming formation over here. Sure, a complex one. It's not a straight up head and shoulders kind of left shoulder, right shoulder and head. It's a bit more complex than that, but we've broken through the neckline successfully now, have been retesting from the upside over the last 3 days, and I think we are primed for a move higher here. I love this trade, especially given the fact that the risk reward here is absolutely fantastic. Let's see where MU opens the day today. It's still pre-market right now, but with a stop somewhere around 64.5, give or take, or maybe even a little bit lower, honestly, that gives you a risk of around $1.30, but we have a potential upside of $9 on this trade, guys. So we have an overall risk to reward ratio of 1 to 7. That is absolutely magnificent. I can't wait for the market to open for me to enter something here. I still want to check out options positions to see exactly if I can take the trade with options or if shares would be more indicated in this case. Now the next one would be Hilton, guys. With Hilton, I love the setup. Again, as you guys can see, I've had this blue circle drawn in here for the longest time, and I've missed it by a whisker. Quite interesting how things pan out sometimes, but with Hilton now at this range, we have a drop down of potentially $1.6 per share and a potential upside of roughly $10 per share. So again, a 1 to 6 or more risk to reward ratio. Sure, you could get a bit greedier, and maybe with a small portion of your trade you can leave it run until previous highs, or maybe even until the top of the channel here. Why not? That being said, I always like playing this with the most down to earth approach. I want to make sure that I'm consistent. I don't want to go looking for a home run every single time. I just want to make sure that I bring in consistent profits. With Hilton in the discussion, I want to bring up Marriott as well. Obviously they kind of move in sync. With Marriott though, there is a bit more time until I would enter any position here. I would love for it to retrace back into this circle here. Let's see where it happens. If it retraces back into the 165 horizontal support resistance area, I might give it a bit more time to see exactly what happens. But if it happens to be in this pinnacle here where we are given confluence by the uptrend as well as the horizontal, I think that's a great place to be. The next one, guys, is WBA. With WBA, we are retesting previous lows here. It's basically forming a double bottom. I love the other day's candle, not yesterday, but the day prior, with the humongous bottom wick. I think we grabbed liquidity and are going to run it higher. The MACD just crossed, the signal line of the MACD just crossed, so that's positive as well. I would be guessing that a lot of AI trading is gonna step in once this indicator turns green. And so with that said, I think it's an easy trade to take here as well. So I think a setup could look something along the lines of something like this, where we are leaving enough space for kind of previous lows to get retested. And then for the upside, we can easily target this area over here. So we have a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio. The last one for today, guys, is on EA, Electronic Arts. Actually, funnily enough, we took an options position when EA was around this area, and we took profit somewhere around here. Lo and behold, the stock had a ton more to rally without us. It is what it is. You won't always be able to capture everything. but I think it's time to short. I think we can aim for the middle of the channel again. So whether you do it with options or whether you do it with a straight share trade, I would probably wait another little bit of time until this edges a little bit higher. I think it's gonna retest again. If it doesn't, I mean, missed opportunity. You could take a small position right now, but instead of having this trade, I would much rather have this kind of trade, because it gives us a more clear stop. If it goes here, it's clearly kind of out of the channel and we don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, if we take the trade right now, we might be stopped out by noise and then the trade might still go in our direction. So up to you guys to decide, but this is what I got for you guys for today. Like, subscribe below, let me know if you have any questions or any stocks that you'd like for me to break down, and check out the Patreon. Again, it's free. You've got nothing to miss out on. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Catch you next time.